feel free to come forward.
Slot machines make people gamble. It's horrible. Get the slot machine out of there.
It felt great. I've been wanting to do this for a long time, ever since I first learned about Mayor LaGuardia and his campaign against slot machines. I really wanted to do this, so it felt terrific.
Do you think it accomplished anything?
Well, you know, this is not a stunt. This is an effort to try to get our argument out. The research is very clear on the role of these machines and what these machines do. And so we're very serious about trying to get our argument out there. If people visit our website, www.americanvalues.org, there's this report called Why Casinos Matter, and it brings together all of the independent research on casinos that we have compiled. And there's also a report that I did that talks about Mayor LaGuardia called New York's Promise. So, yeah, the purpose really, and what we're going to be doing for the next few weeks is going around the state trying to communicate the basic facts about casinos and slot machines. One problem we face is that there has not been a single public hearing on this issue. We're being asked to change our Constitution. There has not been a single public hearing. Governor Cuomo has not given a single substantive speech. There's been no independent studies. They say it promotes the economy. There's not a single study that says that. So there's been a kind of a, I think, a misleading and a confusing set of arguments coming from the pro-casino side. We think we have some good arguments on our side, and we want to try to get the word out.
If this isn't a stunt, what is it? I mean, this seems to fit the definition of a stunt. You've got people with a sledgehammer and smashing up a machine, all the cameras.
Well, you know, it's an attempt to do what Mayor LaGuardia did back when he was mayor, which is to bring public attention to the actual facts of the matter. I think if we didn't have an argument to make, you could call it a stunt, but we actually have an argument to make. And if people want to learn about the argument, they can read the report called Why Casinos Matter, 31 evidence-based propositions from the health and social sciences. No, our side just has a good argument and some shoe leather.
What is your argument against the casinos?
Our argument is that it's a regressive public policy. It's a policy that takes from the have-nots and distributes it to the haves. It's an argument that says that there is a good reason why our Constitution prohibits this, and there is not a single good reason to change the constitutional prohibition.
So you're saying that most of the people that go to the races
I'm saying that the independent studies show that between 35 to 55% of all casino gambling revenue comes from problem gamblers. These are people that have serious problems with excessive gambling. It's not the majority of people that go to the casinos, but it is between 35 and 55% of all the revenue. So they're depending upon their revenue base on a group of vulnerable people, people who have problems with excessive gambling. I'm also saying that the research clearly shows that the disproportionate number of people who play slot machines are older people, lower wage workers, and women and minorities. And so if these are the people, I think, and I think most people would agree, who are the least able in society to foot the bill for new taxes. If we want to be a progressive state, we shouldn't ask the people who are least well off to be paying a disproportionate share of the freight.
Isn't that a personal choice?
Gambling is not the issue. People are free to gamble. We're free to play poker. We're free to have an office pool on who wins the Super Bowl. We're free to play mahjong. What we're not free to do, according to our law, is to have these commercial entities come in under the protection of the state to establish rigged games of chance that simply take advantage of people.
The Cuomo administration argues, though, that these are people already going to these commercial entities just out of state. The idea is to try to draw people in from out of state for more money and to not lose that money that's being gambled elsewhere. Is there any merit to that argument?
There's some merit to it, but the studies show that most of the people who go to these casinos live within a 75-mile radius of the casinos. So why do they build these casinos in the first place? They want to attract people from that community to go in and gamble. Living near a casino increases the chances that you go to the casino, and going to the casino increases the chance that you'll become a problem gambler. All the studies show this. So it's not simply a matter of trying to redirect people who would otherwise be going to Atlantic City. It's a matter of recruiting new customers from the local community. Furthermore, it is, to me, outrageous for them to say that because a problem already exists, we should expand the problem. I would like to know one other problem in the state of New York that we need to have more of on the grounds that we already have some of it.
Is it hard to get people jazzed up if this referendum fails, we're still going to have 4 new casinos under the law?
Well, it is, because the implication of your question is true. They've said that if the people don't cooperate and change the Constitution, they're just going to do it anyway, under the name of the video terminals, which are just slot machines. So yes, that is a disappointing thing for the government to treat its citizens this way, kind of I don't know what you would call it, like, please cooperate with us by changing the law, and if you don't, we're going to do it anyway. However, what I would say is we still have this basic protection in our Constitution. It's still harder for the pro-gambling politicians to get their way when the law of the state, the fundamental law, prohibits it. It makes it harder for them to do it. So I think my idea is that we should still keep this basic law. We should still protect our Bill of Rights. This is Article 1 of our Constitution, which is the Bill of Rights, and it protects us from this predatory activity, and we need to keep that protection, notwithstanding the fact that the governor, I think very unfortunately, has said that he's going to push for it regardless.
So we're 3 weeks away from election day. Okay. We're 3 weeks away from election day. I mean, what are we going to see from your groups in terms of a more broad-based effort going to election day? I mean, how are you going to reach out to voters?
Right now we're going around to have community meetings. We're trying to meet with the editorial boards of newspapers. Tomorrow I'm going to be in Syracuse with my colleague Steve Schaefer in a debate with the pro-casino people at the Syracuse University, the Maxwell School there, and we are just using shoe leather tactics to travel the state, to try to get our argument out there, to try to hand out our studies and try to just communicate as much as we can what we consider to be the most important facts of the issue. We don't have money for TV buys or anything like that, but we will just use shoe leather tactics.
David Blanken. He's batting leadoff. He's got an office for 4 years.
I have wanted to do this for years. I just have been wanting to do this, and what really got it for me was LaGuardia. He had a slot machine expose in Rockefeller Center. He had Columbia professors come in to explain to the public how they. He was a mayor who did not want ordinary New Yorkers getting cheated with these machines. So we're really honoring him today with this reenactment.
Pretty different.